Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, welcome back to another episode of Bad Beast Barbecue. I'm working from within the office on this video here because the weather has been kind of iffy in the Midwest. Today we got some serious windstorms going on outside. So, and the other day we had a lot of rain. So it's just been one thing after the other. So life, that's the life of living in the Midwest, I guess. So, but today we are going to be looking at a uh, a wireless thermometer from a company called MeatStick. Okay, so this is their MeatStick 4 sensor or probe. Okay, and what's different about this one is that it has four different sensors on this stick here. It has three sensors along the long elongated side that goes inside of the meat that helps measure the accuracy of your internal temperature. And it also has a sensor on the top that measures the ambient temperature of your grill. Okay. And we'll talk more about that later as I show you guys some of the readouts from the app. They have a nice app that goes along with this meat stick. Okay. And it was, for the most part, pretty accurate. They had one or two areas on it that I had to go back to the company and ask some questions on, and they gave me some viable answers. So we'll next time we use this, we'll test their theory and see if that's the reason we got the readings that we did. Okay, but the meat stick 4, it has it can has a maximum internal, or it can measure the maximum internal temperature of your meat or whatever to 212 degrees. Now, if you're cooking anything above 212 degrees, then you're actually boiling. 212 is the degree where water starts boiling. So I don't think you'll be going that high when you're doing your slow cooks. All right. Also, the maximum ambient temperature that this will measure is 572 degrees. Once again, I wouldn't stick this in a steak and go 700 degrees, but at least, like I said, for low and slow, I think this would be fantastic. It runs off of two AA batteries, and it has a 70-hour battery life. Okay. Um, the range in which this operates, as long as you're going have this next to the grill or what have you, and you're linked to your phone, you can get up to 650 feet away from your grill and still monitor your internal temperatures. Now there is a way that's hooking up through Bluetooth. Now there is a way to hook up through Wi-Fi. However, in order to do that, you have to buy an additional Wi-Fi extender bridge for like $95. Um, so I don't know if that's really necessary. You'd have to make that determination yourself. The meat stick itself costs $125 for this version that where you can go out 650 feet. There's another lesser version for $95 where you have to stay within, I think it's 33 feet of your grill. Okay. Um, it comes with a 1 year warranty also. Okay, so we did utilize it. Let me go ahead and show you the cook, show you how we placed it. We cooked two pork tenderloins, and I used this to measure the internal temperature of one of them. I'll show you the app, and then we'll talk about some of the issues that I had to talk to the company about after I show you this. All right, so don't go nowhere. All right, guys. So you saw our cook with the pork tenderloins. We had the meat stick stuck in one of the pork tenderloins at an angle because the pork tenderloin wasn't that thick, but it did a fantastic job of measuring the internal temperature of the pork tenderloin. We had set it to alarm us at 143 degrees, and we pulled it at 143, knowing that there was going to be some carryover a few degrees to get it over 145. The pork tenderloin came out fantastic. It was juicy, it was tasty, and so it was fantastic. Okay, so let's talk about the meat stick. Okay, so first I'll tell you what I like about the meat stick. I know this is going to sound kind of crazy, but I like the meat stick in comparison to the other wireless thermometers that I have because one, it's sharp and pointy. Okay, this is almost resembles a steel tip dart that you would throw at a dartboard. Okay, so it made it very easy to penetrate any type of tough hide, any type of skin, or whatever you're trying to insert the meat stick in. Uh, on some of the other ones, I had to literally make a slit to insert the wireless thermometer because it's more of a rounded edge, and so it doesn't penetrate as well without some assistance. Okay, so also the meat stick is very heavy. I'll say very heavy, but it's heavy. It's built well. Okay, instead of being made out of wood, it's made out of a durable, waterproof plastic. Okay, so you shouldn't have to worry about this getting wet or damp. It should work just fine. Okay. It's also magnetic, so it'll stick to the side of your grill or to the side of whatever metal apparatus you have next to your grill, whether it's a table or what have you, to keep it out of the way of your working surface. All right. Uh, the range of it is great. Uh, I was all over the front yard, all over the house, all over the backyard, and never lost connectivity. So it was fantastic as far as that goes. And as I mentioned before, it measured internal temperature great, so no problems there. So the two concerns I do have about this is one, um, we had set our pellet smoker to 225 degrees, and the entire time the meat stick was inside of the smoker, the highest ambient temperature that it measured was 168 degrees. So I was concerned that my pellet smoker wasn't operating properly. So I took another probe, a Maverick Ready Check, and I attached the grate clip to where the pork tenderloins were to measure the temperature inside of the smoker with the Maverick Ready Check. And they told me it was in the neighborhood of 226 to 230. So I knew the pellet smoker was operating properly. It was just that the meat stick was measuring the ambient temperature very, very low. Okay. I also, in the app where it shows the time remaining for the cook, almost at the beginning of the cook, it told me that the time remaining was like 4 minutes and 50 something seconds, which I knew was incorrect. Okay, so I contacted Meat Stick, and the folks at Meat Stick told me that as far as the ambient temperature goes, it's possible that I had the top of the meat stick too close to the meat, and the steam coming off the meat as it cooked may have affected the readings of the ambient temperature. So I'll check that out in the next cook. I'll make sure that the meat stick is vertical and that the sensor that measures the ambient temperature is away from the surface of the meat. And so we'll see if that resolves the issue. As far as the time remaining for the cook, MeatStick says that their technicians are aware of the problem. It's only with Android devices. So I have a Samsung, so it's an Android phone, and I'm sure they'll be coming out with a update to the app in the very near future. Okay, so like I said, check it out. I'll put a link down in the description box for you guys to go and check this out. And if you're interested in getting one, like I said, there's two different versions. You can get one for $95, which has a range limit of like 33 feet or so, I believe. And then this one here that has the 650 feet, monitoring range. Okay, so well, that's about it. I want to thank the folks from MeatStick for sending us this and giving us an opportunity to do a review. And like we always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. If it's fire, then damn it, there just might be a barbecue there. Hey, as always, hey, we'll see you guys around the smoker.